So Island's just updated with the Dragon Fruit update, and so we're going to be going through that today, including everything you need to know about the updates, as well as how to auto farm these. That's right, there is an auto farm method that a lot of you probably don't even know about, and I'm going to show you, and it is mobile friendly, by the way. It is mobile friendly to a degree in that you still need to figure out your auto clicker for mobile if you really want to. But, dude, cow, chill, cow. So today I'm going to be going through everything in here and how to make that auto farm. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's dive straight into this. So you can see here, this is the new Dragon Fruit. You do need a trellis for the Dragon Fruit, so that is going to be important that you know how to make a trellis. If you don't know how to make a trellis, I'm going to show you how to make that. But first, let's go to the hub because that is where you need to buy the Dragon Fruit. Now, Dragon Fruit is one of the most expensive seeds, so make sure you have some extra coin to be able to buy it because it is expensive. So let's go over here to Cletus, and if you go to shop, you can see at the very bottom here, it is Dragon Fruit seeds. It is 5,000 per seed. It's pretty crazy. I already bought a bunch, but I'll go and buy some more. You can also sell your Dragon Fruit crops here. So if you scroll down, you're going to be able to see Dragon Fruit. It sells for 45. So the question is whether or not Dragon Fruit's really worth doing. Because if you look like Starfruit's 60, Starfruit's crazy. 60 is really, really good. When you look at 5,000 for these, it's just, you wonder if it's worth it. The other thing you'll notice is plum is also 50 coins. So plum trees are not cheap though. So if you look at it, plums they're 14,000. So they're pretty expensive. So when you start thinking about like the cost of this, if you're new to the game, maybe stick with like, what I would recommend is sticking with like radish or watermelon. Now, radish and watermelon cannot be sold to Toms. So the only way to sell those is either through crates or through selling back to Cletus when he arrives to your island. So I'm going to show you where the crate guy is. He's all over here. It's kind of hard to find. But if you come all the way over here past the oil baron, you'll see Dom over here. And you could sell, he's basically a wholesaler. You can sell the crates, even seasonal crates to him. So that kind of bypasses the limitation of, I don't think you can do Dragon Fruit with this guy yet. Yeah, you can't. So you could do radishes, you could do all kinds of, you could do pumpkins. Pumpkins is a great one. But for 45, I mean, I would say don't bother. Maybe go Starfruit. Starfruit seeds are kind of expensive too. I would say Starfruit, radishes, watermelon are pretty good crops. So this new crop, I don't know. Anything with the vines, I generally stay away from. So that is how you get your seeds. And then, of course, you need to set up your trellis. And I'm going to show you how to make a trellis real quick inside this workbench. So you go to your workbench, go here. You do need some wood. So I'm going to show you where to do it. So it's right here. And you do need birch wood. Birchwood's not that easy to get. You do need birch trees. They're a little harder to chop if you're new to the game. And of course you need tall grass. I've got plenty of that. You can pretty much get tall grass around your island like this. It just grows on grass randomly. And so you should end up with a lot of those. Birch is not too bad. It just takes a while for you to cut them if you're new to the game, like I said. So I have plenty of trellis already. So you can see I have one ready to go right here. And I'm going to get my Dragon Fruit seeds out, just plant it. And it takes 3 minutes and about 20 seconds to grow. So what I'm going to show you now is the auto farm. I just put some lights out, by the way, because it gets way too dark at night. Pretty much what we're going to do is I'm going to show you an auto farm that works on mobile and PC. It is going to work primarily on PC because some of you do not have auto clickers on mobile. But if you have one on your mobile device, then it's going to be no problem at all for you to do this because on mobile, all you got to do is click, right? Because you get the hand whenever you're collecting stuff. Whereas on PC, you actually have to, hit F and then also click. So we're going to pretty much go over here. We're going to select our seed. There we go. And then we also need conveyors. There is an auto clicker that I used inside my auto clicker video for iOS that you can check out. It is a hardware-based one, which basically means it's a device that you can pretty much attach to your phone or iPad. So it works on iPad, Android. You can also adjust speeds and stuff. It's really cool. If you didn't check that video out, you can just search DV Plays Auto Clicker on YouTube and you'll find it. So in order to be able to auto loop this and so that each time that you loop, the crops are ready to go again. So we're going to need about 290 trellis, by the way, to be able to do full loop. Then by the time you come back, you would actually be harvesting again. So you wouldn't actually have any wait time in between. You'd just be constantly harvesting. But that's a lot of trellis, so I don't mind actually looping without them being ready. All I want is some kind of AFK farm. But if you're trying to figure out what the maximum number of trellis is for you to finally get that seamless loop so you're not wasting any time, then that would be it. Alternatively, what you could do is if you are savvy with upgrading your totems, you can upgrade your totems and get faster crop growth, which will reduce the number of crops or trellis you're going to need. And it's just really expensive to do that. So unless you're like a higher end player that has all that money and has all the supplies to upgrade your totems, then I'm assuming you don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be bothering with these crops because if you have the money, you wouldn't bother with these crops. Trust me. You'd pretty much be using a watermelon farm. You wouldn't be doing this. So I'm assuming you can't afford the totems. If you can, don't even bother with this. This is not a good crop for money. This is just a cool crop to have if you really care about about it. But the fact that it's only 45 to sell to makes this kind of crop kind of a dud. Maybe they'll make it worth more later, but right now it's kind of a dud. But this is going to be using a macro. I'm going to show you the macro tool I like to use, but you can use any macro tool. I'm going to show you the non-macro version. This is just going to be a manual. So if you just want to do this, active, all you got to do is just have this equipped. You're going to hold down F, and then you're going to hold down left mouse button. And pretty much I'm just holding down the left mouse button right now and holding down F. I don't have to click. I'm not exhausting my fingers by clicking over and over. I just hold down. And you can see it's just harvesting and planting at the same time. It's not automatic though, because I am still holding down. Once I release, it stops. See? Then I can hold down again, and it's still planting and harvesting at the same time. Now, if we wanted to auto this, it would be a little different. I'm going to show you the macro tool. I'd like to use a tool called Pullover's Macro Creator. It is a safe application. You can just go to search Pullover's Macro Creator. I think it's like macrocreator.com or something like that. It's the main website. Don't download it off of any third-party sites. Those might have viruses in them. This one's safe. It's been used by, tons of players, World of Warcraft, any game really. It is a really, really good tool. I've used it, like I said, for years. Never had any issues with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert a key. So we're going to right-click, insert keystroke. And you can always replay this if you need to follow along. Maybe you missed something, but pretty much we're going to insert the F key because that's where we're going to be tapping, right? And then we're not going to do holding down or anything. We're just going to constantly repeat them. For the delay, I'm just going to put 5 milliseconds so we don't kill our computer. You could do it for less. You could even do like 1 millisecond. It's just going to be so much faster. So it might run down your memory a little bit and lag you out. And the next one we're going to do is we're going to insert a mouse button. So pretty much a left click. We're going to reduce the delay there. It's 10 milliseconds right now. We're going to reduce it to 1 millisecond. So it's really fast. But right here, you can see on the top right, it says loop 0 equals infinite. Right now it's only going to loop it once, so you want to make sure that's 0, otherwise it's just going to play it once. You want that infinite loop until you tell it to stop. Now to pause it, just hit F12. A lot of people don't realize how to pause it. It's very, very important if you're going to use this tool, know how to pause it first. Otherwise you're going to get like, DV, I killed my computer, I had to restart it because I didn't know how to turn it off. Yeah, make sure you know F12 is pause. So we're going to go and hit play, and you can see it's already playing it. So we're going to get up here. We're going to make sure our mouse is ready to go right here, and it's playing. So once we get into an area that is harvestable, it's going to work. See right here. See, it replants automatically. And once we get to another area that is ready to go, it's also going to replant even if there's nothing ready. See how it's just click, click, and there we go. So it's working, and so you can pretty much leave your computer running now for 24/7 if you wanted to, and it'll just keep running. As long as the server's running, you can keep doing this. So you're going to come back to a ton of Dragon Fruit. Really great tool for being able to auto farm. Pretty much just conveyors are going to move you at the speed. Now you can also use tier 2 conveyors if you really want to, but just note that means that you're going to go through it too fast, and it's going to be way more expensive. Not really, important for this build. I would recommend getting upgraded totems. That way you have crop available fast enough to keep up with your conveyors. But that is the auto farm. It's real simple. You can also use this for bushes. The difference with bushes, you don't have to click down because you're not replanting anything. With bushes, you're just harvesting. So you can use the same conveyor setup for bushes. It's real easy. Unfortunately, no totems, and you can't really use crates or anything like that to sell. So that's a big bummer. Now let's talk about the food. So there are 2 new food items you can make. I'm going to open up the cooking table here. So you can make the Dragon Fruit acai bowl, which requires dragon fruit, star fruits, blueberries, and raspberries. So I'm going to go ahead and make one of those. And it gives you 2 of them each time you make one, by the way. So if you make one, it gives you 2 of those bowls. The ice cream one is going to be worth a lot more because it only makes 1 and it requires milk. Now these do not come with any effects, by the way. So if you're hoping for some cool effects, you won't be getting them. So right here is our ice cream bowl. This looks really good, man. I'm making me hungry. That looks so good. And then you have your just regular acai bowl. Makes me wonder why we have them, because you can't even sell them to the baker. If you go to the baker, they are not available to be sold to him yet. So I don't know if that's just a oversight or if they're going to actually make that happen. But right now they're kind of useless there. Other than decoration, they're kind of useless. I guess it's cool that we have something we can make if you have a restaurant or something that you want to do. Plus, I'm sure the healing effects are really good. But as far as dragon fruit in real life, that is my favorite fruit, by the way. If you've never had dragon fruit, you got to try it out. It's so good. Hopefully you're not allergic to it. But dragon fruit tastes so good. The best place that I would recommend if you've never had it before is like Starbucks has like a dragon fruit lemonade or something like that. By the way, not sponsored, not sponsored. Hey, Starbucks, sponsor me. So that is the dragon fruit. Now let's go cover the flowers. So these are the tulips, by the way. So if you are wondering what they look like, this is what they look like. These are the yellow ones. These are the red ones. We got some dark green. We got light green here. This is our flower spawn area on the co-op, by the way. So if you haven't checked out the co-op, definitely check it out. I'll show you a little update in here in a moment. But these are what they look like. These are, I think, fuzzies or izzies. I'm not sure. I think it's fuzzies. And there's also orange upstairs. I'll show you orange in a moment. But if you're wondering what the combo is for breeding these, it's going to be the same as daffodils. So if you're trying to figure out, what to combo these to get certain colors are, it's basically the same as daffodils. If you don't have the daffodil combos, definitely check out my color blocks video that includes all the different recipes for making various colored blocks. So let me show you some of the updates updates to the island real quick. Up here, this is the co-op. You can see we got some new stuff. This is called the valuables room. This is like the high-end room where everything's, you know, really expensive. And over here, you have more limiteds. And then we also have the factory area now. Finally, that's back up and running. We have my seeds area. So this is the new furniture store. You can see we got all kinds of stuff here. This is all Buzz's area. I love this area. This looks really cool. They use like blue glass up there. So it's like the summer gear. And then over here is even more furniture. So it's all decked out. Looks really great. Nice little demo room for furniture. And if you go upstairs, you'll see my new restaurant. If you haven't seen my new restaurant yet, and you can see I'm like buying starfruit cake. I'm selling dragon rolls. Pretty much anything that is really popular. Also, they did have a bug with the tiger fridge. I think they fixed that with this update. I'm not positive, but I did report that and they said they were going to fix it. Hopefully they did. We also have some new rooms here that weren't existing in the last video. We got like this tool room. We've got like a flower area. By the way, here's some more tulips. This is the orange one. And this is not the price. This is the buying price. So they're probably going to be selling for a lot more than that. And then here's like a lighting room. This is pretty cool. We keep selling out of this stuff really fast. So that's a hot one. And then we also have the colored blocks area. Anyway, that's going to be it for us. Hopefully we'll get some bigger updates from the devs pretty soon. These are pretty small lately. You know, I appreciate that we're at least getting content updates. It's just, I wish they were a little bit bigger. So anyway, thanks again. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next vid. Peace.